Okay, get this. Women romanticize rich men so much that they are willing to ignore their creepy behaviors. Bam, nailed it. That's the whole book right there, done. Let's go get tacos.
For the love of literature, that's a reviewer quote, not the blurb. And we haven't even introduced the book yet. This is Heart Book Radio, and today we are attempting to discuss All Our Tomorrows by Catherine Bybee.
Catherine Bybee. Sounds like something you cough up. Anyway, yeah, this book. Rich guy kicks the bucket, leaves his gazillions to the son he hated chase. But plot daddy dearest just fired his assistant, Piper, for not, putting out. And what's the first thing Junior does?
He needs her expertise to navigate the corporate landscape left in disarray by his estranged father's sudden demise. It's a classic narrative trope of necessity forcing proximity.
No, he hires her back and immediately starts hitting on her. It's like, do read the room. Your dad was basically a walking HR violation. Maybe Kulga must possess this woman routine 5 minutes after meeting her. It's Creepy Dad 2.0, just with better hair and abs, probably.
That is an incredibly reductive interpretation. Chase is presented as grappling with his father's toxic legacy. He sees Piper's strength, her refusal to bow to his father's pressure, and he admires it. He's trying to be the antithesis of his father.
By buying her stuff, fancy clothes, private jet rides. Isn't that just checkbook Casanova? My neighbor Gary tried that with the HO president after his dog dug up her petunias. Bought her a giant inflatable flamingo. Didn't work. She still fined him. See? Money can't buy everything, except maybe Piper.
Piper is not being bought. She's characterized as sassy and capable. She's navigating an incredibly difficult situation. She lost her job due to harassment. She has, other pressures.
Oh, you mean the secret baby bump from some random one? Night stand Mr. Gazillionaire boss boyfriend? Yeah, that's not complicated, a totally normal workplace situation. Hey Chase, love the promotion, the corner office, and the diamond earrings, also, surprise, pregnant by Chad from Tampa.
It adds layers to her character. Her vulnerability, her fierce desire for independence despite her circumstances. And she does make jokes about his wealth, which some find endearing. A way of leveling the playing field.
Endearing? One reviewer said it was in bad taste. It made her sound shallow. I kind of agree. It's like, okay, we get it, he could buy your entire state. Stop reminding us you want a bigger slice. And don't get me started on Chase calling her after hours. That's not romantic, that's stage 3 clinger. My ex did that. Ended with me changing my number and moving twice.
It's portrayed as him being genuinely smitten. Perhaps a little overzealous, but his intentions are presented as good. Unlike his father, Aaron, who we can all agree was objectively monstrous.
Oh yeah, dead dad was a slimeball. Good riddance. But does that automatically make Chase a saint? The bar is literally subterranean. It's like saying, well, he didn't actively try to trade company secrets for sexual favors, so he's husband of the year.
Moving on, the question remains, beyond the contentious character dynamics, is the book itself actually any good? Structurally, it sets up a compelling family mystery alongside the central romance.
Compelling? They declare their boyfriend-girlfriend faster than I can finish a beer. People are screaming insta-love. You call that a slow burn? It's a wildfire in a gasoline factory. One reviewer literally said they DNF did not finish because Piper was obnoxious. And they needed to give mercy to my brain cells. Mercy.
While the pacing might be accelerated for some tastes, others found the connection immediate and powerful. There are reviews calling them couple goals and praising Chase as the perfect hero.
Perfect. Perfect psychopath. Maybe we got a fake listen email, thanks Brenda from Boys. She asks, does the private jet make up for the fact that dating your direct report, who your dad just harassed, is an HR nuclear bomb? What do you think? Does it?
Obviously, the power dynamics are fraught, extremely fraught. It requires a significant suspension of disbelief regarding modern workplace ethics. However, the author attempts to mitigate this by emphasizing Chase's respectfulness, mostly.
Mostly. See, even you admit it, he's problematic. I bet if Chase were sandwich, he'd be one of those ridiculously expensive Wagyu beef things. Looks amazing, costs a fortune, but leaves you feeling slightly greasy and morally compromised.
I am not engaging in your bizarre sandwich analogies. It's puerile and completely irrelevant, much like your insistence that Edward Cullen was just misunderstood back in our Twilight debates.
Hey, Edward had layers. Sparkly. Brody like Chase, who just has layers of cash. Anyway, this book, I don't know, it ends super abruptly too, right? Like, oh hey, we found the mystery brother. What is that?
It's clearly setting up a sequel, a common device in series romance. It leaves the reader anticipating the next installment.
It leaves the reader wanting to throw the book at the wall. Okay, rating time, quick, before I lose my mind.
Fine. Despite the ethically questionable central relationship and the somewhat rushed pacing, there were moments of genuine emotional connection, and the underlying mystery held potential. I give it a conflicted 6 out of 10 ethical dilemmas.
Conflicted? You always do this. I give it 3 out of 5 restraining orders you should file against Chase, but probably won't because he's hot and owns a gazillion dollars. And maybe half a point for the dead dad staying dead.
Unbelievable.
All right, folks, that's all the time we have for this workplace romanfield. Next week, we're diving into, wait for it, my sentient toaster oven in the apocalypse. Yeah, you heard me.
Oh, for pity's sake.
You've been listening to Heart Book Radio.
Heart Book Radio?